Hi everyone, I'm Jeff of the Dutchman's Wood Shack. Welcome to my shop. I wanted to show you what I'm doing right now. It's kind of slow this year, this time of year, and I spend a lot of time working on my tools. What I'm doing today is I collect hand planes, and some of the stuff I've been working on right here, some old planes. I've got a bunch that I put on display in my shop, but over the years of doing woodworking, a lot of people have been using planes. In the old days, you used to use hand planes. They still today they do, but a lot of with all the machinery you have out there, you don't need to. So today, what I'm doing is some of the collector's items I've come across over the years. I'm restoring, um, and I want to kind of show you somewhat how some of them work. Um, this one here is one of my oldest ones. It's a I forget. I think it's a Worth. Anyway, I've basically took this thing from all apart, cleaned it. I have a wire wheel. I take and kind of make all the functions work better. I go through the whole thing and kind of clean it up. But see, you could see back in the old days, they used to use 2x4s and carve them out and then use something like this. This is, I don't know, probably about 100 years old. And inner workings of it, in order to adjust this, and you can sway this back and forth, it kind of tightens it up. But you take this off, you can move this down. You also have an adjustment wheel here. What we want to do is loosen this, and you push this. There's two grooves on the back of here that it rides up and down on, and it kind of adjusts your blade height right there. This one here, I would guess it's 1900s, early 1900s. This one, these two I just got through doing. This one here is a Worth. I just got finished with this one. And see, when you clean it up, that's what you get. You know, a lot of brass and chrome on here, and the same thing. This one's more steel than wood. All right, so this one's a little bit newer. It's a Worth, what they call a Worth. It's up in here. Everything has a printing on it. This one's a Bailey's, I think. That's what it is, a Bailey's. On the end, there's always an imprint. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard to read it, but anyway, there's an imprint. This one here has got imprints on it, but this one's from Scotland, I believe. Um, so it's or Welsh. This is for actually doing uh, reveals. This is what you use to do trim with. You basically would take this thing, you want to adjust it. This thing you pull up and down, and that steel rod goes up and down, and it matches what you have here now. You can see it moves up, and the only thing is you got to keep it there, and then you push down on it. All right, and then when you do use it, you run it up and down like this. All right, and that's what leaves kind of like what a router does now, or CNC routers or all these other machines that you can use. This one's pretty old. This one's really old. Now here's a little bit different thing. They didn't have, this one's not on steel like that, okay? This is a wedge, and this is basically the blades, and I forget, this one is it's been used a lot, and it's kind of butchered up, but I want to say it's W Butcher that's on there. And the way it sits, see that groove right there? That screw's got it right in that groove. Now the problem with this one is it's kind of, it needs a lot of work right now, so I'm working on that. This is the wedge, goes in there like that, and when you move it up and down, you move it to where you want the blade to stick out so far in here, and then you push this down, then it'll keep it in place. That's what that wedge does. Okay, this one's an older one. I'd say it's like late 1800s, and I've got to do the research on this one. Someday I'm gonna have it all printed out on the sheet what I have. This one's a Stanley. Now, I've taken it all apart because I'm cleaning it, but this one here is kind of used and abused. This one's probably, I don't have to look at it, but it's a number 10, oh, number one, I mean, number 110 Stanley. So I have to take and look this up and see how old this is. But my guess is this probably 1930s, 1940s. And this one here, I don't know if this one's the oldest one I got or what, but it's a number 6 Bailey's, and it's heavy. And I've actually used this. This is the one, and I mean, I could actually do some really good cutting with this, and the blade's sharp. Now, what I usually do is I don't sharpen them because I suck at it, so I take it to a guy that I know does it. This is where having knowing people in the right places counts. All right. Anyway, that's the plain and simple fact of it. And I love doing tools. I collect tools of all kinds. I've got all kinds in here: drills, wrenches, hammers, from date back for at least 150 years or so. Um, but anyway, I'm also a woodworker, a carpenter, a photographer. I do photography, by the way, for tools. So if anybody's interested in that and just products, give me a call. Anyway, I want to thank everybody out there's been supporting me. My gig is to do a show um, on tool restorations and tools. And my big thing is just shops. I like to go around to people's shops and see what they got. The I've done this over the past. I belong to two woodworking groups, clubs, and they're great. But I always like to go to people's shop and see what they have. And the big thing is some of these people don't have a lot of room, so they use their garages. And like me, I am limited in room down here, and everything is on wheels except for a few things, obviously. But the whole thing is to help other people improve in their job by helping them make their tools easier to access and to move around. Safety facts and all that, I'd go with that too. So, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great weekend. It's Friday morning. It's supposed to get snow this weekend, so be safe, guys. And the COVID thing, be safe too. God bless and enjoy your weekend.